On 10th of September, um, there was a team of people came to my door early in the morning. They woke me up almost, and there was this local police people were there, and they said they were accompanied by people from Pune, and they said they wanted to search my house in connection with this case that is registered in Pune, that is the Elgar Parishad Bhima Koregaon. That they asked me whether I knew about the case. I said I don't know about the case, but I know that some people have been arrested already. So they said, yeah, that's we have to search your house, and then the search was conducted. Basically, they were looking for electronic devices, material. So they seized my laptops, mobile, all pen drives, hard drives, locked my email accounts, and also they were interested in books. So it's very clear that they were looking for books that would show me in a particular kind of profile. They also said that they have some material, and they refused. I kept on asking them, you at least tell me what kind of material, how am I linked to this? So they kept on saying, whether we have some material, but we will now look at your records and documents and all, and we will see whether it corroborates. If there is a corroboration, we may need to arrest you. Right now we are not arresting you, you are only a suspect, you are not an accused. I mean, we know that investigative agencies do this. It's not that this is unheard of, and then it's the burden is on you to prove that it is not your material, and the process itself becomes your punishment then, because it may take years for you to prove that. So when they seized this, I mean, they just took it. Of course, it was sealed and all that, but later I realized they didn't give me the hash value, because at that time I didn't know, because it's not like I was waiting for them to come and take it, and so I just they said, yeah, we seized it, and they seized it. But later, when I was talking to some friends and lawyers and all, they asked me, did they give you the hash value? Obviously this cannot, although I'm told that it can be proved, it seems, if there is planted material, because already now I read in papers that people are saying that the software this Pegasus and all, I mean, we don't know to what extent it can manipulate your devices, and planting material. So even planting material from a remote location may be possible, right? I mean, we don't know. I mean, it's one thing that they take the material and after they take it, they plant it. But what if they have already planted something in that? I mean, that cannot be ruled out. We know that in search operations, some people were saying in the olden days search operation, they will come, do one search, and in that process they may plant weapons or whatever, and in the next again they will come for a search and they will take that material and say that, yeah, look here, we have seized it. So similarly, what if they have already planted something in it, and they will now say that, yeah, this was there in your device? So I can't rule out that possibility. So maybe this is also a kind of signal sent to academics. I'm not saying that it's attacking me alone, but to send to academics that if now if you are in a if you are in a university and if you oppose state policy in any way, then you can be targeted. But then there is no academic work without free thinking, right? I mean, so the moment you curb your thought, then what kind of academic work are you doing? So one interesting thing is that about this Bhima Koregaon, the Elgar Parishad, when I was after this search on happened, before that I would, I know our friends are there, so I would pay attention to it, but I was not following it everything very carefully. But after this, so I made it a point to read everything about it. I even tried to get hold of the charge sheet and all, and I was looking at it. So one interesting thing in the charge sheet is that, I don't know the way the police actually word it. It said that this whole thing, because how they portray this is that this is actually convergence of the Dalit groups and the left groups. And the charge sheet actually says this. I mean, it says that the left groups and the Dalit groups together are challenging the Brahminical hegemonic thinking of the RSS, and this is the biggest threat. So I mean, this is the most interesting thing I saw. I thought, and also, these are there are other things like they are building an anti-fascist. This was reported in the newspaper also. They are building an anti-fascist front. Actually, if there is an anti-fascist front, those people should be, commended on, right? It's a good thing that such a front is coming in a democratic country, but then the state sees that as a threat. So after this particular whole episode, I think they have one thing which is successful is, two things. One is that academics feel threatened, but more than that, now, if there was any kind of, what do you call, synchronization between different groups, like the left groups, the Dalit groups, Muslim groups. So all this is now completely, because each one is now scared. Like we can't associate with them, because once we go with them, because as I said, I work with groups which do Dalit politics or reservation issues, and I also look at, associate with groups which do, work with political prisoners and things like that. So now many of my friends who are in the social justice forum front said that, see, look here, if you associate with the other kinds of activities, this is the danger. So maybe you should not do that. So clearly there is a that whereas earlier a lot of people would come forward, and so right now it becomes so difficult to, if you attend a meeting on, let's say, on Kashmir, then that becomes you are immediately labeled and marked, and then you can come under attack any time. So this kind of that threat has really creeped in. So so it's like more, guilt by association kind of thing. If you associate with a set of people, then you are also, kind of. And whereas I think the position of law is very clear that there is nothing like guilt by association in our jurisprudence. Whereas for the investigating agencies, they work with this.